Okay, let's see where we left off last night. It was actually not that bad last night, to be honest. Yeah, it was actually not that bad. Okay, let me actually move this a bit so people can see what we have in our inventory. I'm gonna place it somewhere here. Alright. So far we managed to farm 242 silver liquid, and we have 353k basically for a single day of playtime. Gonna pick the enchanted map right here, and we're gonna go back to Bridgewatch so we can. Ooh, I still have my my setup for the boss fight that we did last night after we left off. Right. It's fine, we can still complete these guys with ease. Okay. I wish I had my W here. Ooh, we cannot interrupt that. Interesting. Okay, let's heal up. We got our E up. We can dodge roll. Oh, that guy's actually tough. Now we can invest into Thetford Cape, and we can invest into... Okay, let's pick this. Let's go quickly grab this guy. Maybe we get another baby trap. And I'm still trying to use my W, even though I did not change it. Maybe we get a baby, maybe not. Lucky first time? Never lucky. Okay, let's grab a food. I don't want to do it without a food buff. Now we can go to Bridgewatch. We can flag up, and after we flag up, we are going to continue trying to push as fast as we can for our tier 5 skinning knife. We have some unclaimed rewards, which are not that beneficial. Let's press R and go back. It's gonna cost us only 2k, which we already made a bunch of money. Do not use the Tomes of Insight. Sell them for a quick profit. Now we should go for a 4.1 trading staff. Let's see if we have enough souls to actually enchant it ourselves. Alright, let's quickly go and repair. That's gonna cost us 13,000, but that's nothing at this stage. Keep in mind that that's basically one day, like 2 hours and a half worth of playtime, because this character is being played only live. Now let's see if we want to. Okay, maybe I want to enchant my staff. I'm gonna need 288 adept runes for 4.1. 288. We have 58, so we need 230 adept runes. All right. I still think that the adept runes are gonna be much cheaper. All right. Oh, that's the bank of Bridgewatch. Do we have anything we want to sell in the bank, or anything we want to bank? Actually, this chest could be useful. This helm could be useful. Do we want to keep those? If we... Nah, actually let's go and sell these. The profit is gonna be much better than banking 2 random items we're probably not gonna use. Okay, let's make some money, and we are sitting at 500,000 with nothing special. 57, 88. See the difference? We always go for sell order. We find a phone, we can actually sell that. Alright, let's sell these guys. 46k, 30k, or 35. 5,000 is nothing major, but for this, it's nothing major again. Master souls, we can go and sell these. We got a 4.2 shield, which we can sell for 10k. We got some hides, which we can instantly sell. Some uncommon medium hides, which we can sell again. Depth souls, we're gonna use that. These are all insta sell. Maybe these are not. No, these are all insta sell. Okay, medium heights. Basically no difference whatsoever. Expert so. Yeah, these are pretty much cheap. We don't lose money on these. Expert runes are cheap as well. Adept runes, we're gonna keep these and we're gonna buy some more. I'm gonna keep the adept souls. We end up at 439,000. And keep in mind that we haven't actually sold the items yet in our sell orders. In our sell orders, we still have plenty of silver. We still have over 100,000 silver in sell orders. So we'll be at roughly 600,000. Now what we want to get is, first start with essentials. We want more pork pies. We want at least 2 more. Alright, we're gonna grab 2 more pork pies. In case we find a good dungeon we want to do, I'm gonna bring 3 catfishes, just because we need the region. We need adept runes. And we're gonna need, how much? We're gonna need 230 adept runes. We're gonna buy the cheapest ones. We are sitting at 159. Let's pick up more. This is 191. Let's pick up these. Always pick the cheapest, 235. 28 extra. Yes. 15 extra. 278. Even if you overdo the adept runes, they're not expensive. So you'll always be fine. Now we can look for Thetford Cape. Thetford Cape 4.1 is gonna set us back 81,000 silver, but to be honest, that's nothing compared to the benefits that we are gonna have from the cape. So let's grab a maybe excellent quality. It's gonna cost us 87. Masterpiece is 130,000. 4.1 masterpiece is gonna be quite expensive. 4.3 masterpiece is 210,000. Excellent is gonna be 134. Outstanding. Okay, and how much is gonna be a 4.3 druidic staff? 200,000. 4.3 is gonna be 300,000, but this is 787. This is 101. So we can invest into our first stop, or we can go straight for, no, let's actually pick our first 4.3 weapon. We can go with calmness, it's a really good passive. And now we want to buy a Thetford Cape, 134k. Money well spent. We got our Thetford Cape. Let's reset these, and now we want a bag. Probably we can go with tier 5 or tier 6. Now we can use most tier 5 bag. There we go. We can grab a tier 5 bag. We're left with 155. We can actually go and bank this just in case we want to go into the black zone. We are gonna keep everything that we can use as a backup once we go into the black zones. Alright, now what we want next is we are gonna want probably Skinner. We can go for a skinning set. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, we can go for a skinning set. It's gonna be beneficial, but I want to spec these, so we're not gonna do that. But maybe we can grab a better torch. 4.1. 4.3 is gonna cost us 50k. So we can grab a 4.3 torch as well. Let's see, excellent quality is 59k. Masterpiece is going to be 75. The difference, 115, 1110. Outstanding, good quality is 49. Normal quality is 54. Excellent. Yeah, let's go with excellent. And as you can see, that's boosting our income severely. We made 88,000 from the jacket. Now we're gonna bank these three, and we are going to do some more skinning. If we find another enchanted, let's say rare enchanted dungeon, we are definitely going to do that. By the way, if you're playing on EU, feel free to type your in-game name, because we are gonna draw a lucky winner at the end of the stream who's gonna win a husky mount. Right, let's just quickly go to the bank. We repaired already, so we can bank everything that we have. That could be used in the black zone after we decide to go there. We have 2 extra catfish. Okay, so we can put this. There we go. Let's sort everything. Do we have anything we want to use? This is tier 6, so this is not going to be useful yet. It's good that at least we have a couple options for the black zone. 978. Well, let's go spec up, but before that, we first need to go and flag up Bridge Watch. There we go. We have some rewards we need to claim, which is going to be 40,000 fame for us and some community points. There we go. 980. We are almost reaching into the thousands when it comes down to item power. Where is the damn guy? There we go. Pick the wrong alley. That happens quite often, at least to me. Let's go speak to this guy so we can flag up. We are now flagged, so we can do our dailies. Adventure challenge. Okay, we have a free tome. We should be able to complete Morgana challenge today, maybe, if lucky. Sadly, I don't have that much time to invest into streaming this week because we are overloaded with work IRL, and I need to sit down, come up with a quick video I can make, upload, because I want to keep the daily schedule a thing, you know. Want to make sure I upload at least once a day, every day. And some of the people in my circle are like, why do you upload daily? What's the point? I mean, what do you prefer, honestly? A casual show where they have a daily episodes and it's something that you don't enjoy that much, but you know it's there and you can watch it, or a rather better show that goes on air for a day or two each 4 or 5 months. You forget that it exists by the time the next episode airs, right? And as everything in life, as everything in Albion, consistency is going to be one of the main driving forces. So yes, consistency is key, and yes, I'm drinking coffee at 10:34 p.m. because my schedule is completely ran over and we need to find a way to actually push everything we're doing. It's a bit exhausting, I'm not gonna lie, but we gotta do what we gotta do. This is every single time we pass through this zone, I'm using it as a update zone, you know, throw you a couple of updates on how everything is going, but fear not, we are going to be as consistent as we can for as long as we can. Now we do what we did the previous time. We go and stick to the right and we make a full lap. We go clear the camps, see if we can find some enchanted notes, and we're gonna do that for a couple of times until we can get our tier 5 knife. After we get our tier 5 knife, we are going to do some black zone safe portal farming if we manage to generate enough resources. Okay, let's do that quickly. Of course, black zone is going to be a lot more beneficial sometimes than safe zones, but still safe zone is not bad for beginners. And as I love saying, everything on this channel is tailored towards the beginners. So I'm gonna do it the best way a new player can do it. So they first have the means to actually sustain a loss in the black zone. Because if you go into the black zone with nothing that you can fall back on, well, congratulations, you basically committed a Albion career suicide at this point. I'm looking for either enchanted or stacked mobs, because if I stop for every single piece of mob on the way, it's gonna take a lot of time. We can grab a couple of tier 3s, and that's the beauty of Thetford Cape. Sometimes you get to pull a lot of mobs that you don't want to pull, but I can't say no to extra fame. There we go. Now we can grab this guy, and keep in mind that of course I'm aiming to also show new players that you want to go in the black zone after you are prepared, at least with a bit of spec, because you are going to go there with not the best gear. Preferably a new player, at least my advice is to enter with 4.1 and try to play it as safe as they can until they can afford to lose a 4.3. Because the difference between 4.1 and 4.3 is a couple 100,000 and up to 1 million sometimes, because our current set costs 500,000 and we have nothing that much fancy on. Okay, we have another enchanted mob we can just quickly grab. Thetford Cape is doing its magic. Keep in mind that we'll need our Fort Sterling Cape as well. So when we go gathering, and we got another tome which is going to be extra 16k. I don't want to bother with this terror bird. Usually these are the worst kind of venomous when it comes down to skinning, simply because it takes a couple of hours to skin one. Well, not literally, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. These birds are the worst. Now we are going to aim to do as much of tier 4s as we can, even though the hides do not cost that much. They are really good to spec, preferably enchanted tier 4s. There are some people who stop for every single mob, and I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of guy. I prefer my mobs juicy, right? But that's one of the routes I actually enjoy a lot. And there we go. Our first adventure challenge is completed. Unfortunately, we cannot get the Morgana chests simply because we don't own a premium. But we unlocked it. But we are going to change that rather soon. Sadly, as I said earlier, I don't have a lot of playtime on my hands this week, and it's really offsetting my whole schedule when it comes down to uploading. I want to do a lot longer videos and videos that are actually a lot better, but sadly I don't have the time to edit all the videos. I have plenty of ideas on videos that will be on the longer side of the format, but it takes some time to actually be able to make these, because I've seen a lot of content creators, especially in the Albion community, who post unedited footage of their gameplay. Like they run around and they just, you know, talk about the topic. I get it, maybe some people enjoy it. It's pretty much the same thing I'm doing right now, but again, we're doing this with educational purpose. You know, we're not just doing it because it's the laziest and easiest way to actually make some content. I don't understand that. I respect you guys a lot more than this, so I am not going to upload lazy content. Even though my content, last few of my videos are not that great, but it's all due to the fact that I simply don't have enough time to make better videos, and yet I'm still trying to, you know, to add some additional value to just, you know, basic information I'm trying to provide to the new players community. Hey, thank you. Actually, what's the amount? Ooh, gimme. What's the amount actually? Oh, it's the settled dire bear. Yeah, 7 million. It's actually not that expensive. And a Xander. Interesting. That's rather interesting choice. But that bear is not that expensive, it's just 7 mil. I need to actually grab one. Maybe we can do it as a giveaway. I'm actually gonna leech everything that this guy is leaving behind. He just wants to grab the enchanted mobs. I would have wanted to grab the enchanted mobs as well, but you know. But we need our skinning to go up. But the biggest battle is going to be you going from level 4, from tier 4 to tier 5. That's going to be the main struggle. And honestly, I never found that an easy way to do that. Yes, you can be in the black zone. I know that. Once again, we are not doing it to showcase how fast it can be done. We are doing this to showcase that you can do it and not be, you know, stressed about dying constantly. Okay, let's do some auto attacks. There we go. As you can see, these birds, it takes years to skin them. So the main goal is going to be to skin those kitties, since they are a lot faster to skin. Of course, they're not giving you a lot of gear, but still, they're not giving a lot of crafting fame, but still, it's all part of the process. But the tier 3s are actually good. Oh my god. We are up to 55k. Let me grab that real quick. And we are hoping for enchanted mobs that we can get ourselves. Alright, do we have something here? This guy is kind of AFK. Yeah, we should be good. Maybe picked. But yeah, that's why Triadic Staff is going to be MVP for something like this, because that's one of the few weapons where if you find a chill map, let's say using the save portal, which again we are going to do probably in the next couple of streams after a few more basic gathering streams where we get our gathering tools to a point, because let's be honest, I would want to have at least tier 4 miner boots. We can definitely get a baby from these guys if we are lucky, but usually stacked mobs are greater chance to get a baby drop. There we go. But yeah, I would want to have miner boots if I'm going to be gathering in the black zone, and that's what I would suggest to a new player. Make sure that you at least have miner boots. Well, to be honest, I'm not going to suggest to a completely new player to go gather the black zone with a gathering gear, simply because you will lack the awareness to actually survive the black zone. You won't pay attention to the map, you don't have the knowledge to know what a ganking set is, so it's gonna be really difficult for you to tell danger from, you know, something happening around you. I would basically suggest to them to use this set, and we are going to showcase that you can do it with this set. The max I will probably go with this set is going to be 6.3, and we'll need to be extremely cautious with a 6.3 because we don't want to lose that, even though it's not going to be that expensive to replace. And once we build our foundation and basics, we'll be making probably a couple mil an hour. And of course we are going to do it solo, which is one of the, you know, many challenges when it comes down to gathering, because a lot of people don't realize that people who do, as I like to say, industrial gathering in Albion, have a group of people that is actually sitting there with them. They are watching their back while they're farming, just because you need somebody to take care of your back while you're doing that. Sadly, we are not going to be able to pick these. What is this guy gear? Holy smokes, is it on 8.4, dude? Yeah, 8.4. For camps, be aware that sometimes there is a high chance of PvP and a high chance that somebody might try to kill you. Just because people love to flex on newbies, you know? But just keep a low profile and don't look scared, you know? Because people can smell if you're scared. Don't be scared. You know, just make them know that you're not afraid, and that you're taking them as nothing but minor inconvenience. Usually when people in 8.4 are going to jump on you and try to kill you is when there is high competition with other people. Sometimes somebody is going to invite you into their party just so you can get more fame by tagging the same mobs. Not that it makes a difference, it's usually a lot slower. I don't know why this guy is using level 1 in cape, but that's a topic for another day. And again, we should probably take this side of the camp. There we go. So we're gonna camp this side, they're gonna camp this side, and we wait for you know, mobs to respawn. It's annoying when you have plenty of people. So sometimes, as I said, people will try to push you away. Right. As this guy is trying to push the this dude away, I'm going to do my, yeah, sorry guys, but we need to make sure that we are grabbing the experience. We don't want to kill the poor guy. We're trying to deal 35% of the damage. Before that, as you can see, even though this guy is geared well, we can probably fight this guy. Just because the build is pretty decent even at low spec. There we go. But we can probably get rid of this guy, but I think that he's close to completion. Right. Yeah, he's close to completion. I'm still gonna throw a couple of spells. If we can get the 35% damage first, we can get the 35% damage first. If not, we wait. You can always throw a dance while you wait for the mobs in the camps to respawn. Yeah, let's do a mass dance. I got a feeling that I'm gonna use this in one of the upcoming videos. Yeah. I don't know which one it will be, but these guys are going to be part of it. Not sure what I'm gonna use that for, but it's footage, you know. Sometimes even the most random footage can be used in something. That's the beauty of content creation. Alright, this guy's out. Thank God. Finally. Finally. The camp is free. Goodbye, mister. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, what the hell? There we go. Get rid of this guy. Defeated some keepers. Alright. Let's make sure we beat these mobs to death now. There we go. Okay. Usually it will be a lot faster if we are not in a party with this guy, but hey, you know, it's good to play with other players. It's good to get into the habit of playing an MMO with other people. We have two new achievements. Look at this dude. Wow. And I haven't listened to that song in so long. Alright, let's claim some extra goodies. What the hell? Oh boy. Yeah, you see somebody with that weapon, they are pretty much going to be an edgelord. Just so you keep that in mind. Oh wow, 5k combat fame. Amazing. Yeah, usually guys with this weapon are a bit edgy, you know. But don't worry about the yellow zone warriors. This should not be something to offset you if you get downed in a yellow zone or get killed in a black zone. My guy, where are you going? Yeah, we can definitely leave the party. Yep, let's leave. Simply because we are not going to share the EXP and we are actually close to completion. So that's a good thing. There we go. Edgelord. And we just need a couple more, and then we can do that. Usually you don't want to AFK, where I'm AFKing. Let's actually do something real quick. Let me get rid of this. Let me place something else to make it a bit more clear to you guys. Not this. Ooh. There we go. Okay, let me dodge a couple of the attacks. There we go. We are done. Ooh, and it's a rare solo cache. What do we get? Nothing. 66k. It's actually pretty good. It's actually not bad. 66k from a solo cache is actually quite decent. What I want to do is, let me quickly do this. Add new, add source, browse, do this, done. Right. We can do that real quick. We can do that. There we go. Right. Now we can continue with our skinning. We ran out of food. There is a hidden treasure actually. Let me, because we are eventually going to showcase hidden treasures. There we go. We are eventually going to do a video about it. So now let's continue with our gathering. There we go. Let's not forget to eat our food. If you don't eat your food, you're doing it wrong. But yeah, this, as I said, this is the part where you need to keep your sanity together. Okay, we have 136k. 35k down, 102. But still you can make some decent profit that will prepare you for the dangers of the black zone. You can go into mists together as well. It's not bad. Ooh, 4.2. Is that for me? Yes, it is. Thank you. Highly appreciated. Good RNG. Even though these do not sell well, the experience is good. Or the fame. Because this is going to pop us at... Ooh, juicy experience. The experience is pretty good. And this is usually either this or 4.3s. You want as your main source of fame. And you can find plenty of them in the yellow zones. You just need to be patient. But if you find a spot with a enchanted mob, it's usually a good idea to, you know, camp it for a bit. Just so you can get that the juicy fame. Usually it's, for me it's worth, and it's a lot more chill, you know. Now we can grab this, and sadly that's the negative of the ox, that it does not share the carry load. So the first thing we need to do now is going to be to get ourselves a boar. That's going to be our next upgrade, to get a boar. Because as much as I like the ox is a transport mount. It's not a mount that you use simply, and even when transporting, it's arguable if you want to. We can debate a lot on if you want to use it even for transport, but it's good, it's cheap, and it's affordable. And I'd suggest to a new player to use an ox. Not in the black zone, but in the yellow zone. I would suggest that you should use an ox. It's really good. You can carry a lot, but you should be careful not to screw up your carry load. There we go. Thetford Cape is doing miracles for us. And once again, we are trying to benefit from the 4.2 fame, because this is going to spec us up a lot, and when our foot procs, we're getting 180 fame, which is not even close to what we are getting without this. Since I don't want to proc the Terror Bird, we are going to do simply that. Keep in mind that we have combat mode on, so we are not going to start gathering while we are in combat, but you can see that in my newest short video guide. Okay, let's keep on specking and let's keep on waiting for another enchanted mob. There we go. There we go. Interesting, that guy decided to go for the tier 4, but not for the tier 4.2, so we are lucky about that. But yeah, the best part about doing this is that it's super chill. We already managed to push 5%. From the most tedious part. After we do that, we are going to skill the rest of our skills into tier 4, and we can go to the Threaded Black Zone. Black Zone, scary. Actually, I have a really cool skit idea in my head, but I don't know if I should do it or not. it could backfire a bit. Alright. Let me grab that bad boy. Here. Thetford Cape doing what it does best. Pulling terror birds for absolutely no reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the terror bird. Simply because it's not even worth the time that you're gonna spend to skin it. I mean, if there is nothing better, we are going to skin the terror bird. You can see 34 letters are actually 41k, which is actually not that bad. They actually got better in price, which is rather interesting. The 4.2 was not that good a few days ago. Now it's actually quite good money. Hello, goodbye. Okay. God damn it. Ooh, actually getting lucky. There we go. We are putting some spec into our tier 4s. Let's see what we have here. Claim. We are victorious. Ooh, that's 50k combat fame. That's really good. Okay. We are not gonna use that right now. I mean, the Thetford Cape is basically gonna pull also. Here we go. Where is our 4.2 friends? There he is. Once again, so nobody wonders why we're not using gathering gear. I want to spec my my nature staff, my druidic staff set. I'm gonna use to farm the scary black zone. Okay, now we wait for our good old friend. Keep in mind that we are going to bring the Thetford Cape maybe in the black zone. Actually, the 4.2 responds quite fast. That's why it's okay to actually sit and try to farm it. Basically, camp the 4.2s. One proc, over 100 fame. Otherwise, that's gonna be like, you see the basic one in terms of gathering fame is gonna be like 30. But this one is like 3 times this one. It's actually funny that we haven't found a single baby yet. That's rather interesting. I was hoping at least for one baby drop. It's gonna be super good because we need to get our boar. I don't want to get out of the range of my ox. Where's the other one? Oh, there it is. I think we managed to... Oh no, interesting. Okay, let's do that. Oh no, we pulled the terror bird. There we go. I don't even want to bother with the terror bird. It makes no sense. As I said, extremely slow to get. If it's a 4.2, I'll take it, but otherwise it makes zero sense. Alright. Where's our 4.2 friend? There he is. Okay, our friend is doing great. Adept Animal Skinner. We already have 300,000 worth of silver. So we can actually afford our boar, our first boar. Which is going to be huge. Simply because the ox is not cutting it when it comes down to mount efficiency at this point. And we're skinning the tier 4s a lot faster right now. But for a couple of hours, basically for, I don't think that it's even 3 hours worth of playtime on this character, you have a functioning set, you have a functioning money making little side hustle that you have. You're progressing, you're skinning. So if I'm a new player and I'm with that progress for just like 3 hours of playtime, I would be pretty happy, and I would feel good about myself. Alright, let's grab another 4.2. Ooh, there is one. As much as I don't want to bother with the terror bird, goddammit. I don't know who named this bird, but they did a really good job with picking the name. This bird is indeed pure terror. They're slow to skin, they're aggressive AF, they always try to ruin your day. But we simply ignore it, like everything else negative in life. Interesting, no babies. Just like in real life. We are shooting blanks. Okay, maybe after we have enough for their board, we'll go back. Okay, let's see if we can find some 4.3s. And we can complete this camp as well. 4.2 is good, but I got a good feeling about this map today. The hell is going on? Oops. were like, Doge is bad. No, Doge is great. Doge is juicy. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite defensive skills. Ooh. It's 4.1. Still good fame. And it's free money laying on the ground. Oh no! Our trusted steed. Yeah, we need to invest in a boar ASAP. No. Okay, we managed to reset one of the tier 4s right before we kill it. But yes, the boar is going to be the next thing we want to grab. We'll go for a settled there, boar. Okay, we get our faction standing at least. We have almost 3,000 points. And we are aiming to go towards recruit. Get more bonuses based on your rank, so... And you can grab a lot of fancy stuff. Like elite mounts, which are a good moneymaker. Hearts are a really good moneymaker. And transporting is a really good moneymaker. There we go. But yes, we are going to need a boar. Do we have enough for a boar? I think we do. So let's actually go back to Bridgewatch. Grab a boar. And we are going to come back until our food runs up. Hey Ben, thank you for the subscribe, my man. Welcome to the club. Highly appreciate it. Alright, let's go grab a dagger. Maybe we'll have enough for a settled there bear. Maybe not. But yes, once again, thank you very much for the subscribe. Alright, do we have anything on sale order? Okay. We have 202,000 liquid. Yeah, let's get rid of this. And let's repair everything. Alright, so we actually found the tome. Oh, we actually found the Skinner tome. I did not even pay attention to that. This is like 124k. Do we want to use it or do we want to sell it? Oh boy, do we want to sell it? Let's see how much we make without selling the tome. I did not even pay attention that we got a Skinner tome. That's usually good. And remind me, guys, remind me to pick some journals. Come on. Just a quick sell. Yeah, just a quick sell. This one, yeah, we can sell that for 3k. It's not worth losing 1,000 silver for nothing. Okay. Expert souls. Usually these so-called garbage crafting materials, I'm trying to make as much as I can from them. Get scores on those. We can sell order those. Scrapsified, Silver Cup, 800, and the drones are going to be 115. So we are at 364,000 without selling the tome. Can get rid of that. All right, let's see. Dire boar. How do you type that? Category, mount, boar. 451. It's actually a bit pricey. Yeah, that's on the pricier side. Rather interesting. Do we want to sell the tome? Oh my god. The fame will be good, but the mount is better. It will pay off. It will pay off. Yeah, it will pay off. 451, 430. Oh, we don't have enough. 437. Oh no. Okay, let's see if we can sell something real quick. Okay, this is the cheapest for 450. God damn it. We have 437. Alright, we have a couple of sell orders. Let's see if we can sell anything. Maybe the bow or the shield or the knight armor. Let's give it a couple of minutes. Let's see if we manage to sell something. Or I can simply do that. Yeah, I just really want to get the mount. Usually you never do that, but I need the money. Oh no, I'm not gonna lose that much money on this. 2k, nah, whatever. 442. Do we have anything we can sell in the bank? The mount is gonna be so worth it, guys. Trust me. Oh, we can sell the ox. Yes. Yeah, we can sell the ox. I forgot that. Yeah, let's sell that. 459. Can we buy a better quality one? Not that it matters, but alright. And we got our first war. There we go, boys. We are broke AF, but we got our first good mount. There we go. Look at these beasts. Look at these beautiful beasts. Wow, this is much better. This is actually much better. Okay, we ripped a lot of unnecessary silver. But now at least we have a mount that we are not going to be afraid that's gonna abandon us in the middle of nowhere. Okay, let's go and do one more round of gathering. And sadly, I'll have to call it a night because this week I'm working 7 days out of 7 days. And it's a bit exhausting. Faction warfare, we get 3k points. Actually, with 3k points we can make like 50k silver easy. But yeah, the Darbor is a lot better open world mount. Not just because of the carry load, it has a faster gallop speed, it has a really good carry load, but the most important part, it won't abandon you just because it's shared. If the dogs can carry a lot more, your carry load disappears with your mount. That's why in the Black Zone, if you get dismounted from an ox, you are easy to kill. Alright, we've invested quite a lot of silver early on, but that's Albion Online for you. Usually here, if you go right, there is a chance to find a 4.3 animals to skin most of the time, unless somebody is camping them. But this is a really good spot for... Oh, we got a 4.1, which I'm going to pick for myself. And it's full. we managed to proc. But yeah, tomorrow we are gonna make a lot of silver because we have our full setup, and we'll farm just a bit more so we can do a couple more upgrades on the gear that we have. So it's going to be a lot easier for us to kill the mobs, because killing the mobs is going to bring efficiency, and it will allow us as well to battle for enchanted mobs in case any of them spawn. Tier 3, not great, but it's free money on the ground, so money wise they're great. So if we can make like 10k from tier 3 heights, we make 10k from tier 3 heights. And we have a couple of stack mobs, so it's a good stop. I'm not gonna stop for one mob, I'm gonna stop for a good cluster. If you can call it this. Enchanted? No, it's not. If you're going to do dungeons, solo dungeons in yellows, make sure that at least they're enchanted. Otherwise it's a bit of a waste of time, to be honest. The chance to get something good from just your casual tier 5 yellow solo dungeon is not really it's not really that high. Right, tier 3s, how are they performing actually? Well, 6k. Yeah, you should be happy with the small things in life. Right, that's a decent size. Ooh, that's a really good cluster of mobs. We have a few different tiers. We're gonna proc, we're gonna get rid of that, we're gonna use a Q. And we are going to make that money. It's actually not that bad. I mean, it's at first gathering is really tedious. Don't expect to make a lot until you spec up, but you can make just enough to not feel broke. But if you're like me and you want to invest everything into things that are gonna make your life better, well, you'll be broke for a while. But that's the thing, guys, you know, you need a good foundation. That's the same thing if a billionaire goes broke. You'll probably need a couple months to go back to a decent financial state, just because he knows how to do it. And he knows the basics. If you don't know the basics, well, tough luck. If you did not make sure to prepare for eventual failure, well, life will be a bit harsher for you. Oh, I was wondering what that was. It's just the mouth of the poor thing. But yes, we are going to do this stream until we get a mammoth, maybe. After we get the mammoth, the stream will be over forever, and I won't stream or upload to YouTube again. That's going to be the, you know, the end goal. I'll be like Thanos. No, I'll just complete my mission and be like, goodbye. Okay. Come on, game, give us something good. Give us some enchanted mobs, please. Well, this guy's an asshole. There is a 4.3, but once again, this guy is doing his best to camp it. Professional. See? this guy a really sweet PvP set, just for the fact that if he's camping a 4.3 spawn like he is, and somebody comes, he can flag up and kill you. Just because he is a bit more overpowered than you know. Everybody is trying to do their best to protect their money in Albion. Maybe we can get lucky with a drop, or maybe the yield was completed. That's not a bad cluster of mobs. We can do all of these. We can pop that shield, we can pop that heal, and we can just sweep. We can just make sure that we reap the benefits of playing the best weapon in the entire game. But that weapon, like, the first weapon I actually started playing with was, I think, Cursed Staff. Even though Cursed Staff is really good for the same purpose, I, for some reason, hated that weapon, and I hated the game. I don't know how many times I start and stop Albion just because I had problems understanding what I need to do. Until I figured out that that's the main goal. Just to, you know, to have fun. There we go, we are no longer slow. Let's check if something interesting appears here. No. Yeah, this guy actually finished the yields. If we can get even one 4.3 mob, it would be really good money. Oh, there it is. Can we take it? Not sure if we can farm the 4.3. Yeah, we can't. We need expert skinning knife. That's why you want your tier 5 skinning knife before you go into the black zone. Oh, big sad, big sad. But that's minor setback. Tomorrow we'll be reaping the benefits of the juicy mobs. But until we get to that point, well, we shall be happy with what we have. In our case, tier 4 elks. But if you want to do gathering, you definitely want to have premium activated. Otherwise, it's really difficult. Oh, Albion, pay to win, premium, woohoo! No. You can do some chill gameplay for an hour a day or two, and you can pretty much farm your premium for the month. Of course, you're playing from premium, you know, from one premium expiring to another premium, but that's if you don't want to spend. But every beginning is difficult, you know, humble beginnings, from rags to riches. The story untold. Right, we just need this to hit 20. We just need this number to turn into 20. Then it's where the money will start coming. Of course, we have to do a few other things as well. We have to get our tier 4 on every single other gathering too, so we can maximize black zone farming. So we're not leaving anything that's enchanted behind, anything that we can pick. Why tier 4, you might ask? First of all, it's not that time consuming. We are going to level the most tedious part in the black zone with extra added experience, and we are going to be looting everything that is worth. But once again, why tier 4? because tier 4 is going to be the, statistically speaking, the most often zone you end up in. Well, basically tier 5, but that's gonna be the statistically proven one of the most common zones you end up in if you use the safe portal. So of course we are going to use the statistics just to maximize our profits. We have picked that camp, so we can sadly avoid the camp now. We have two of these bad boys. Hey, Tedford Cape doing its miracle. It pulled an enchanted mob out of nowhere. Okay, let's drop a heal. Let's keep fighting this guy. And again, one of the best things will be the fame farm as well in the black zone. So we can grab some extra fame, fame up our weapons. Do the best we can. What's our level with nature stuff? 25? Nature staff fighter. Druidic staff is 13. Pretty much nothing major, but still, it's good progress. And we are not fame farming, we're doing a bit of both. We are close to 1000 IP, but that's with 4.3 items. So it's not really what we're gonna get in the black zone. That's why we want to spec it as well. Ooh, 4.2. It's pretty much the same mob from this place we were a couple of minutes ago before we picked the boar. Don't worry, the loot is protected for a minute and a half after you kill it, so it's not like somebody can come and grab your enchanted mob, so there is absolutely no need to rush into the mob and be like, wait, I need to grab it. No, it's fine. Oh, and another one spawned right on time. There we go. Ooh, that's a full one. That's gonna be really good fame. 180. 180 twice in a row. 90. Extra 90. So as you can see, that was juicy fame. We are already at 9% of the most tedious part of the tier 4 grind. Yeah, we see a tier 4 enchanted 4.2 mob. Well, the best option is to sit there and take the fame. But tomorrow our main goal will be to grab our tier 5 skinning knife and to, of course, grab tier 4 fiber, tier 4 mining, and probably lumberjack and quarry, even though these are like the fastest to get. Lumberjack and quarry are like the easiest ones, simply because if you go just to Limhurst, there is plenty of both. There is plenty of wood and there is plenty of stone to hammer. Come on, 4.2. Can you turn into a 4.3? There it is, our blue friend. Of course, it's a bit depleted, but 180 gathering fame can't get better than that. Of course it can, but not here, not now. We are sitting at 71,000. nothing major, but even 100k is good money at this point. With the effort we are putting in, we're doing the most chill thing in existence there is. Basically, you can do this semi-AFK or AFK. Usually you want, after your rare spawn goes up, to focus on it, so somebody cannot like just drive by and snipe it, but I'm above those things. Okay, we sold something else. We have 35 in cash and some to do, so we're sitting at 100. We need to see what the next thing that we want to invest into is. Maybe I want to stack on food. That's gonna be the main thing as of now. Just to stack on food. Oh, somebody has his own 4.2 spot here. But yeah, we would want to stack on food, and we would want to save some silver for the save portal usage, because it's gonna cost us a lot of money to use the save portal. Another thing we should do is to unlock Brazilian, but we're gonna do that on a day off, because you need to go in and out of mists, we need to find wisps, we need to free them, we need to do the camps. And I would prefer to do it with a bit more spec, so we can fight people. Because there are yellow zone fighters who are vicious and swole. And sometimes their name is Benji. Where is my enchanted mob? Did we deplete the yields? I think we did. Alright. Let's move on. As everything in life, you gotta move on from time to time, you know? Okay, we got plenty of wisps. Okay, I'm not sure. Did we manage to actually complete this camp today? I think we did not. Let's go complete it real quick. There we go. It's gonna be a quick one. There's plenty of bad guys here. Yeah, plenty of bad guys. Oh my god. Never engaged in a combat before. What the hell? What's the point, bro? Are you kidding me? And are these guys serious? Look at all these clubs. Look at all these clubs. Look at these clubs. Imagine 4 people not being able to give you. Oh my god. Goodbye. Imagine 4 people not being able to kill you. What a shame, man. What a shame. But that's the beauty of the druidic stuff. Wow. What a shame. Look at this club. Imagine how bad you need to be. And they screwed my camp. Alright, they go. It's not a biggie. Honestly, if something like this is off-putting for you, you're doing something wrong with your life, boys. The chance for something like this to off-put my mood is close to non-existent. Simply because 4 people could not manage to kill me. Yes, they managed to ruin my camp. It's not a big deal. And the guy got a fat repair bill. So who's the real winner here? Oh, but they screwed your camp. You should be mad about it. Nope. Somebody got 50k repair bill when 4 guys were trying to kill one. So, you know, Yellow Zone Warriors should never be something to off-put a player, but sadly a lot of new players get, you know, find this, let's say, saddening that people in a lot better gear are trying to kill them. That's why I'm gonna teach the people how to play Druidic stuff. Because you can take a lot of unfair fights, and you have a decent survivability. And you can get out of sticky situations. But yeah, something like this is never going to be off-putting for me. But that's your Yellow Zone Warrior. Alright. I'm kinda sad that I was not able to finish the game because of these bastards, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Life is war, so is Albion. Can you imagine? Oh boy. Can you imagine having 5 friends to help you, yet the one paying the repair bill is you? Oh boy. Bro, you see the pumpkin head you run. Life as it is. Life in a nutshell. Yellow Zone thugs. That's one of my main problems with the game, new player retention. Like, how are you going to retain new players like this? That's why we need to show them that it's not scary. I mean, it's like getting mugged in London. Imagine you go on a vacation in London, right? I mean, it's not a tourist city, but it's not bad. I've been there. It's decent. And imagine you going there, you get mugged, right? You get mugged to a knife point by some random thug, right? And you're like, I'm never going to London ever again just because I got mugged by this guy. No. This is life, it happens. You know. Am I skinny guitar bird? Yes I am, sir, yes I am. And I was wondering why it's taking ages to skin it, but we honor every kill. We killed it, we'll skin it. That's the motto. Look at this. Look at all of these peaceful animals. Okay. Pull this fella. Make sure you guide him into the turns. Pop shield. Pop heal. Spam. Auto attacks. Make sure that we stay full in health. Beautiful gameplay. Simple, effective, beautiful. Oh, but the trading stuff is not fun. What do you mean? What do you mean it's not fun? Alright, the spawn rate is quite good here, but we're not getting what we're here for, and that's babies and enchanted mob. We need to raise orphans into money-making ones. I'm actually just gonna sell the babies. I'm not gonna bother with praising them once we get our own island. Once we get our own island on this character, we are going to do probably some farming because we need corn, or we can do potion making because potions are usually something good to make. Okay, let's actually go check the rest of the map. This place got kinda dry. This place is like my last relationship. It's just a bit dry, so we need to move on. Ooh, that's a big boy. That's what she never said. Oops. Sorry. Mount in the way. There we go. Beautiful, peaceful gameplay. Can't hate that weapon. And people wonder why it's my favorite weapon in the game. Because it's juicy. Simply because it's a really good weapon. Especially for lazy people like me. And once you spec it, it's crazy. The amount of things you can do with that weapon in the open world is crazy. You can pretty much solo spiders. You can solo crystal beast. You can solo group camps like this one with spec. All right, yeah, this guy managed to take it. My favorite thing to do on a Sunday if I'm off work, which I'm rarely being off work on Sundays the last few weeks, but it is what it is to just go into group camps and look how party of people struggle to complete a group camp while I can solve it with my nature stuff. It's like a hobby of mine. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in Albion. Our torch already got the first spec star. There we go. The chest is inside the group camp. Probably the chest is not gonna be worth doing, but let's see if we can grab a piece of the cake. Alright. 14 seconds. Can we actually grab this all by ourselves? Usually people don't go for the chests in the group camps, but I do. Ooh, it's rare. Let's see how much we are going to be disappointed. It's probably gonna be like 20k in it. 74. Well, it's okay money. You know, take it. 74,000 is still 74,000 at the end of the day. And we get our achievement. So we get even more learning points. We are going to desperately need and more fame. Alright, why are you so aggressive, mate? This zone have so many enchanted mobs. It's unreal sometimes. So such a good zone to farm peacefully. And it's actually funny when you see somebody recommending to new players, the first weapon you should spec it is bear paws. Mate, honestly, do you think that's the first weapon a new player should spec? Bear paws? No, they should spec a weapon they can do fame farm with. They can do solo dungeons, solo boss layers, that they can do open world farm, that they can do a lot more than just PvP. And that their weapon costs like 140k, and they're eventually gonna lose it super quick. Okay, let's look out for some 4.2s and 4.3s. Even though weird enough there are plenty of people farming here, but I'm gonna give it one more go. We'll look for some decent mobs, and if not, we'll be going to bed. Because tomorrow is another day of work. Again, damn terror birds. Hello, enchanted mob. Oh my god, that red cape. Why you gotta do me like this, homie? I keep telling people how you're the best cape for this build. Why are you doing me dirty like this, pulling all the terror birds in the zone? Every single time I see a node like this and I don't have all my tools on me, I feel bad. You can make a lot of money, even in this zone, if you have all your tools with you. Or the main tools with you. Yeah, we're gonna go do a full tour. If we see a good mob, we pick it. If not, tomorrow we'll do the final push, even though we managed to grab like 9% today. So tomorrow is left like nothing to farm for the tier 5 skinning knife. And as I said, we'll push tier 4 on the rest of the skills, and we are going to go to the black zone. And you know what they say, once you go black, you go back broke. Man, that boar is such MVP. Always keep a close eye on your footbirth. Adjustable cluster. We've made 172, we have 75 liquid. It's not bad. And we have everything we need, so the rest of the money will go into our savings account. So we can afford some cool stuff. With the big boys in Albion. And these terrorbirds are awful. Yeah, we cannot skin this bad boy, but we'll take the tier 5. Even though it's a bit slower. It will be some fame. Okay, we get extra learning points. We'll grab a lot of achievements once we go to the Plague Zone. There we go. More faction standing. 4.2k, so that's 50k silver extra. Ooh. You see? Now that's a really good group dungeon with those legendary butterflies. To be honest, with a really good spec on your nature stuff and the rest of your gear, you'll be able to do those solo. No. Why'd you run? Thank you, my man. Let's grab these tier 5s. Even though these are the worst money-wise as well, but you'd be better off taking the tier 2s. God damn it, did you really need to do that? Nah, let's look for some enchanted mobs. These are just pain in the ass, and the fame is not really that decent. 4.1, 4.2. Is where it's at. Somebody's camping. That's a really good set. We like it, we like it. That's what we want to see. Don't worry, my guy. We get him. With all the extra combat fame crates we're gonna get eventually, we will use them to level up the torch real quick. Usually something like mist color will be best, but it's extremely expensive, not worth losing in. Well, not extremely, but it's rather expensive for a new player and not worth losing in the Plague Zone, so you'll be better off if you start with just a simple torch. And the torch will be used for many other builds in the Plague Zone as an offhand, so it's probably one of the best things to spec early on. To 120, it's gonna boost your gear by a lot. Even with low gear score, it will still be pretty good. Right, get one enchanted Mamacita. There we go. Of course, we're gonna pull everything. Thank you. Thank you, Ted, for the cape. for another rogue pool. There we go. But besides the fame, these tend to drop fame tomes quite often as well, so it's a good thing to do. Right, we got a 4.1 and a nosy flat 4. There we go, let's grab these bad boys. And our route is nearing the end. If we don't find anything worth farming for a couple of minutes, I'm going to call it a day. Okay, the good notes are actually being picked. 14 seconds. Yeah, somebody's gonna pick the chest. That chest is not gonna stay there until I go there. Yeah, well, we can always try our luck. Let's see. Got one open world chest today. Yeah, somebody got it. Let's go pick up the 4.2 and call it a day. Of course, in the meantime, we can pick the 4.1 as well. Oh boy, that's actually gonna be problematic a bit. Just kidding, we're using the best weapon in the game. There is 0 problems. There we go. That's harvesting one. There we go. Take extra fame. Did somebody took my 4.2 mob? God damn it. I knew I shouldn't pass it. Alright. So we do a couple more miles. Gonna make it up to the big camp. So this will complete our lap. If nothing fancy appears, we are gonna get the day. Yeah, so that's probably gonna be it. Let's just look around for something here, if we can find anything. Sadly nothing. So yeah, thank you guys